It is week 18 of the NFL, which we've never been able to say before. John Murray joining us from the Westgate Superbook in Las Vegas. Johnny, we'll talk some college as well, Alabama and Georgia, but I want to just ask you first and foremost, how much of a headache is it to book these games and move these numbers in week 18?
It's very challenging. You don't know who's going to play because of injury. You don't know who's going to play because their playoff seeding is already secure. You don't know who's going to play because they might be in and out of COVID protocols, which seem to change every week, Sam. So it's been very tough. It was very tough booking the bowl games. We dealt with that for the last month, and we're going to be dealing with it again this week. I'm ready to get through this week because I'm excited for the national championship game Monday and the playoffs starting next weekend when I know the two teams are both actually going to want to win.
Now, I imagine everybody's going to be available Monday night for Alabama, Georgia Part 2. You guys in Vegas opened this at Georgia -1, immediately wrote to 3, and now it's pretty much settling at dogs -3. Are you surprised by the sharp money early on Georgia?
Not really, because Georgia's been considered the best team for months now. I mean, if you go back to September when they handled Clemson and Alabama got out of the gates a little slow, we've known for a long time that Georgia was the best team in the country. They were a 6.5-point favorite going into the SEC championship game after Alabama struggled against Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Alabama had a great performance on that Saturday in Atlanta, but Georgia's been considered the best team in the country all year. We still think they're the best team in the country going into Monday, and we've seen a number of our sharp accounts at the Superbook in Nevada and in other jurisdictions betting on the Bulldogs.
All righty. On to the NFL here, and our Super Contest picks. I give one, you give one. I feel like I have to take the free space at this point. Super Contest number, Dallas -7.5 against the Eagles. And you and I talked this morning about the COVID outbreak looming in Dallas, where they could have 10 players, multiple starters not play on Sunday. I know the Eagles are going to rest some people too, but how do I not take 7.5 with Philly?
I think you have to. We've got the number 4.5 on the board of the Superbook. If you can take 7.5 and Dallas expected to rest a bunch of key players, I think you're in the right spot there.
How about your pick? Who do you like in week 18?
I'll go with San Francisco. They're getting 4.5. They're on the road against the Rams. They need to get Jimmy G back. 49ers, if they win, they're in. And I think if they do make the playoffs, they could be a dangerous team in the NFC. I think the NFC playoffs would be a lot better with the 49ers in there because they've got a lot of dangerous players on offense.
Phone's ringing off the hook. COVID coming left, coming right. It's almost over, John. The regular season is almost over. It's been a whirlwind.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for the playoffs, buddy.